Hey Shane, let me try to walk you through this. So I think you have two blogs right now. I think you have the Intro to Information Management, and then you've got another one. I would delete that intro to information management.com. It looks like you might be paying for that as well, and you shouldn't pay for anything. This should all be free. So this is the link that you gave me. And so when I click on that, this is what I see. Okay, so it looks like I'm actually logged in as you now, so I can actually get to this thing. So this, I believe, is, yeah, so there's some of your stuff there. Sample page, sitemap. So you don't need to pay for this. Um, it looks like you have an account at WordPress as well. So this one looks like it came from Bluehost. And then you've got another one. So if I go to WordPress, and I'll just get logged in here. So WordPress.com, log in. No, let me go grab your username and password. And let's find that here. And then when I log into this account, this takes me to another website. So this one is the classroom tools cwc.wordpress.com. And this is fine for our purposes. So you don't need to pay for anything. But this website, it doesn't really have anything in there right now. So when I click on this link here, and so here's the website. Let me just get rid of all the rest of that. So this is the name of your website in WordPress. So if I go here, this is what it actually looks like right now. And you may or may not even know how you did this. But if I go back home, so on the left-hand side here, you can see you've got a bunch of tools. Well, blogs typically have two different things. They have posts, which kind of look like a page, but they also have pages. So pages are containers that you can put blog posts into or other things. Posts can look like a page, but they could also be connected with a whole bunch of other posts on one page. Generally speaking, pages stand alone. So imagine if you had a bucket and a bunch of rags, a page would be a bucket, and the rags would be the posts that were in the bucket. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. So your site has one page right now, and there's probably not a lot on it. So if I click on the word home, it's going to allow me to go and edit this page. And so this is basically what this is going to look like. So not a lot of stuff going on here. There's some other tools that are up here that you can use. Lists, details. This says toggle some sort of block inserter. Um, this is your first post. Edit or delete it to take the first step in your journey. So let's actually just type some stuff here. That's not very helpful. Okay, we're going to go up here. So this gives you some different ways that you can change this. See what these other options are. So there's all sort of stuff that's in here. So we're actually just going to come right here. See if we can edit one of these existing lines of text. So we're going to type to choose a block, type a slash to choose a block, or we'll just type some stuff. I am going to type some stuff here. This is going to be my resume. So I'm going to highlight the word resume. And then if I come to the top, there's a place where, so if I highlight this, click on the link, and it's telling me search or type the URL. So I can go find a URL. I'm going to come back to my files here. Here's my information management. I'm going to make a document, and I'll just make this a fake document from a template. So here's the education templates that are available, but there may be some others here. There's resume somewhere, class notes, reports, essays, business letters, and there's a resume here. So I'm just going to pick one of these. And I'm going to call this just a sample resume for Shane. Oop. Okay, so there's some stuff that's in here. I need to share it now. So if I click on share, if I look here, only people added can open with this link. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to make this anyone with the link. So now anybody on the internet can view this the way I've set it up. I'm going to copy the link, choose done. I'm going to go back to our website. Whoops. Here, I'm going to paste the link in here, and I'm going to tell it to open as a new tab. And let's just see what happens here. So we're going to update this. Looks like it updated it. And then I'm going to go see what this looks like on the site itself. So a couple ways you can do it. You can click on this little preview button and preview it in a new tab. So it doesn't look like it actually captured the link for my resume. So I'm going to need to go back and adjust that. But you can kind of see the idea here is that we're changing the nature of this page. So going back to edit, because we messed it up, and it moved on me. There it is. So now you can see there's an underline there. So what it said in that previous I'll just do that one more time. So when I highlighted that, it told me I had to press the enter key in order for that to be accepted. I'm actually going to change that so it opens in a new page. We'll update. I think we just updated it. There we go. We'll do a preview on the desktop in a new tab. And then you can see the underline. It's going to take me to that resume that we just created. So that took us about 10 minutes with a whole bunch of very weird shenanigans there. But you already have your WordPress.com site set up. And so the name of that should be, let me get back here. There it is. Let me delete this, Shane. Give me a second. So this is going to be your website. Okay, so if I copy that, I'm logged into this browser, so that's not a very good way to test things. So if I come down to, I have Firefox loaded here as well. So when I enter that to test the site, it's not published. You've got the site and it knows that, so we need to fix that part of it. So if we come back here, we go back to home. Actually, there was a, we'll go back to, so we have to publish this site because it's not published at this point. So I need to figure out where you go to do that. And here's a button that says to launch the site. So if I launch it, and we don't want to pay for anything here. So we want this to be free, free, like free, skip the purchase. So I'm going to click skip it, and we will be good. Okay. Here's the start free. And now if we go to your site, this is what it's going to look like. So if I come back here to the other website or other web browser where I'm not logged in, and I refresh that link, now your site is working fine. Notice that it doesn't have a title. It's got a link to a resume here, which works, but this is probably not exactly what you want. So I'd recommend that you go in, you give this site a title. So if I go back to my site, so this is the browser that you're logged into, and you can begin to change some of these things. So you can notice this is your stuff too, so you don't have to pay for this. You can change a lot of the things that are part of this. So there's the home, Jetpack, feedback, pages, media, posts. See if there's a way to edit the site title. So if we go here to the site title, so this isn't going to let you change that site title, but you can look through the tutorial to see where you would go to do that. When you first set it up, it's much easier because that's where that's where all those tools are located. And there's some more settings here. If we go back to view the pages for this site, this is where they are. And here's a button where you can go to show your site setup. So if you go here, you can change it. You can come over to the edit the home page. You can change it over there. And then this just gives you more information. Give your site a name. So name your site. Okay. So if you went here, this is where you can change it to Shane's Super Duper. And in the tagline, you can say, this is the place where all good things happen. So this just gives you kind of an idea of how to set this up. We haven't really spent that much time with it so far, so we've got about 15 minutes into this video. You could certainly spend a whole bunch more time, but understanding how difficult this is, I think is pretty important. Um, Not hard, you just have to know where to go, where to click, and don't pay for anything. These things should be free unless you're starting up a business, you're selling jewelry or other items, or taking payments in some other way. So don't pay for these sort of things, though. Anyway, take a look at this and let's see what you think about that. The website now is linked to that fake resume of mine, but if you can figure out how to change the link or add another one to that homepage, that's pretty much what the assignment is. So if you create the link for your PDF resume and then place that link in one of those pages, I think you'd be good to go. You might want to make it look a little nicer, add some things. I'm not grading you on that, but having a clue how to do some of those simple changes sometimes makes things a little bit more fun. All right, Shane, let me know what you think about this. All right, thanks. Thanks for working on this.